Hi guys, my name is Tomcat and welcome to a brand new video in Forza Horizon 4. Now, this is sort of a version of Stock vs. Tuned, which you guys all know as basically a top speed / drag racing series, translated into drifting. And I felt like we've done Stock vs. Tuned in a straight line for long enough, and it's about time that we add some drifting into the mix. So what we're going to do in this episode is we are going to do a stock C7 Z06 against a 350Z that we will hopefully V8 swap if the PI range allows it. Now, how this is going to work is we're going to set a drift score in a drift zone with the C7 Corvette, the C7 Z06, and then we are going to go back to the shop, grab a 350Z, and try to match the PI of the Z06 with the 350Z and then bring it back to the same drift zone and see what it's capable of. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the closest drift zone and see what we can do in the Z06. Now, the closest drift zone to here, I believe, is going to be the, well, there's a couple. The closest one on pavement, which is what we want, is actually, this is going to be perfect. So we'll start both cars down here at this roundabout, and that way we have an equal run-up for each car, and I just want to make sure everything is as fair as I can make it. Now, this car is really controllable, really easy to drive. I mean, remember, this is very, very much stock, and you can see that you can just dive right into a roundabout and go sideways, and it doesn't complain whatsoever. Now, power is huge. 650 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. You're not really at a loss for power here. Not a loss for grip either. Let's see what we've got. A little bit down on angle on that one. That was my fault. This thing also has stock steering angle, so I'm trying not to overdo it. A lot of e-braking, a lot of clutch kicking. Come on. Oh, I need to speed up. That's going to hurt my points. Come on, there we go. Ooh, don't lose it. There we go. Easy. 93,700. So I'm going to go back the other way, and I want to see if I can improve my score going back the other way, because if I can, then great. If it's still 93,700, then it will then that's the score that we're going to run with. So we'll do this in kind of like a back-to-back run format. Come on. That entry was horrible. Well, you know what? Maybe it wasn't as horrible as I thought. Let's stick with it and see if we can make it, make something happen with this run. We might be able to because we're already at 44. Already at 50. Come on. Oh, this is so bad, though. I'm not maintaining speed or angle very well. I think probably because I'm trying to treat this thing like an FD car, and it's just not going to happen. Oh yeah, that run was like absolute garbage. That was bad. Yeah, 92. Okay, so 93,700 for the C7 Z06. Now it's time to go grab a 350Z and build it, and then bring it out here and see what we can do with it. Not sure which color I want to go with our 350Z. I'm thinking maybe the blue this time. I mean, you really don't see those often, or the white. The white looks good. I don't know. I have a thing for white, like 350 and 370Zs. I think they look good, and they pull off the color really well. And if you match it up with a nice wheel combo, it's a really good looking car, like a really good looking car. And I'm not even a big Z fan, but it still kind of just works. The shape just works. If you have the right wheels and the right offset to just kind of like really make it pop, then it looks great. So let's go ahead and get this thing built. And then let me clarify what the PI is of that C7 Z06, because I want to make sure that we're close. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but it should be very close. All right. So that's an S1 871. So that's going to be, I mean, we've got a lot of room to play with it, but this thing is already a B class. So S1 871 is our target. So let's see. I'm thinking if we've got to focus in the right places. So race brakes. Well, actually, you know what? How many PI does that add? Oh, not that much. Not that much. Okay, so it doesn't really matter either way. Let's see. That doesn't add that much either. So drift suspension done. And the sway bars don't really add that much, if any at all. So I'm going to, yeah, they add like 1 PI when you do both ends. So I don't know if I'm going to go for weight reduction just yet because I want to be able to squeeze that V8 in there. Now, let's see. 6.2 V8. Yeah, the 6.2 V8 is kind of really our only V8 option, but that's no big deal. I'm totally fine with that. Should we do the Rocket Bunny? I don't know because I like the idea of kind of doing something a little bit different this time because the last time I built, oh, we could do a Nismo. That would be cool. I'm thinking about that, actually. I'm thinking about going that route. And we could still do the Rocket Bunny wing on the back. Now, the only thing that we wouldn't be able to, and I don't like the Nismo rear bumper. Yeah, I'm thinking, you know what? No, now that I've seen it and I've reconsidered, I think the Rocket Bunny would be better. I'm just going to go with the Rocket Bunny, I think, and call it a day there. Now, let's see. Yeah, I wish we had, like, some sort of GT wing that wasn't the Forza wing because I feel like it would set it off a whole lot better. But I'm going to leave the tires that are on it. I'm not going to mess with the tires. And I'm going to go up to a 275 in the front and probably a 275 in the back, too. Nothing too crazy on tire size. Now, wheels-wise, I'm not really trying to do, like, a super lightweight wheel, so I'm not really that worried about it. I kind of want something that just looks good, which those do, in my opinion. Those look really good, so we're going to run with those. And then drivetrain, obviously, that's going to be fully built because I want the tunability, and it doesn't really throw off the PI too much. So 871, so we still have room to kind of play with this thing a little bit. So I want to do a couple of power adders, like, for example, cams. Oh, wow. So I still have room with this car. Let's see. 570 horse. That actually lowered PI a little bit, which I don't really mind because we're not trying to get, we're not trying to fit into one specific class. We might actually have room for boost. I didn't think that boost was going to kind of be in the cards for this car, but it might actually be because we're only at an 803 right now. So that might actually free up a whole bunch more room. So let's see. Centrifugal supercharger. That's going to give us so much. That's a plus 173 more horsepower. And it's only +1 on the PI. That is insane. That is ridiculous. And that's only a street blower. That's not a big race blower or anything. Now, the race tires puts us actually right at 871, but we're not going to run a race tire. I'm thinking about running a sport tire just to have a little bit extra controllability. And then, let's see. Might do the intercooler upgrade. Oh, that actually backs off PI. That's so weird. It's funny, but it's weird. Good grief. 831, and we're making 1,011 horsepower. Okay. Well, that's kind of dumb, but it works, I guess. Good grief. Okay. So for future reference, basically, this challenge was way too easy. Because I guarantee you that this one's going to put in a higher score. I mean, 93,000 versus whatever this is going to put down, this is going to crush that. So let's go back to the drift zone now and see what this car is capable of. Okay, yeah, so this thing is an absolute monster. I mean, I didn't realize that we had this much room, like PI-wise. I didn't realize we were going to have this much room to make this car this crazy. I mean, it's an absolute rolling burnout machine, and it has steering angle for days. So we'll probably destroy that score on the very first run. And here we go. Come on. Oh, God. Okay, I pushed really, really wide. Not sure why. It almost felt like I lost all grip at the front. Wow, so much easier. I mean, I'm not surprised that it's easier, but it's still like such a massive contrast that it's insane. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. And that was, like, in my opinion, a crappy run, and we did, like, 124. That is ridiculous. Okay, so this was unfair, and I'm going to go ahead and put that out there right now, that I wasn't sure how well these cars were going to match up, and it's pretty clear to me now that this is a very unfair challenge, like, properly unfair. So let's just see what score we can set on the way back, and we will go from there. Oh, crap, I ran out of wheel speed. And now I'm back into that little back and forth motion that I got into in the vet, which really hurt my run. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to outdo that first run because of the back and forth. There's 90. There's 100. Okay, I'm in for that.
You have arrived at your destination.
Again, it was okay. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was okay. Although what I will say is the fact that, yeah, if we're doing this on a PI basis, this thing absolutely, like, I didn't realize you had that much room to do it. So I think my next stock versus tuned drift challenge is going to be with a lower PI stock car because we had way too much room to do what we did to this thing. I mean, this thing is just OP for what it is. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to click that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it and what cars you would like to see me run in this sort of a challenge. And if you're new around here, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys later.